Welcome back to Generation Cool TV. It's the boss hoss himself, me, Slobby Robby. Today I wanted to show off some jerseys straight from my cool collection. In fact, I'm gonna tell you my favorite jersey brands from each of the 4 major sports: basketball, baseball, hockey, football. First things first, we're gonna start with my favorite sport, the most exciting sport, the coolest sport when it comes to jerseys, in my opinion, basketball. And of course, we're gonna cover the champion of all brands, my favorite jersey brand of all time, my favorite jerseys to collect of all time, of course, the infamous Champion jerseys. Here's a classic example of Champion. It's saying a lot that a screen printed jersey brand is the best. Now, Champion, of course, makes authentics and gamers and sewn stuff, but I just love these screen printed ones. We got the Big Sun, quote unquote, version of the Phoenix Suns. Cliff Robinson, headband wearer extraordinaire. Love the way Champion did their trim. It wasn't always matching the trim that the team really used in real life, which I actually thought was kind of cool. Especially, if you're like sweating and you're trying to keep it cool, having this black edge is nice. Screen printing aspect adds to some of the charm of it. And it kind of just does these great things where it tends to really, really pop. I love their authentic stuff as well, but when I think of collecting Champion jerseys, I think of these screen printed ones. This was the first time I ever owned a basketball jersey. It was in high school, and I started collecting Champion jerseys. And I remember having a Raptors. I remember having a Memphis Grizzlies after that. I think my first Champion jersey ever was U of A, University of Arizona, which is cool because they did NBA and college. Of course, since NBA is my favorite, I'm gonna show off some variations. We got the NBA at 50th anniversary version with the gold Jerry West NBA logo. All the NBA at 50, these were all throwbacks. And this is obviously like Jordan's rookie year vibes, but a Rodman version. This one's a little beat. Another charming part about Champion jerseys, when they start kind of losing it and they kind of have the appeal of an old t-shirt. This is like what we call like small numbers. So like this is a big jersey with a smaller print, a little bit less desirable, but an NBA gold logo, often called Gold Man. I've always called these NBA at 50. Then we have the Olympic versions, where they did certain players that were on the Olympic gold medal team, and they did gold versions of their actual jerseys. So here we have Air Jordan Gold Champion. I used to get these things before Arizona had Ross and TJ Maxx. I would go to California, San Diego and LA and stuff with my mom, and we would go to Ross's and TJ Maxx and they'd have Champion jerseys. Of course, the malls had them back in the day, but by the time I was big into basketball in the 90s, they weren't at the mall anymore, and I had to hunt them down in like discount shops. Thrifting, of course. When you're thrifting and you go through a basketball jersey section and you see that, that's a 100% grabber. Love that the Champion logo is the exact same colors as the NBA logo. Big Champion jersey collector. I know some dudes out there on Instagram and YouTube that like are completist Champion collectors. That's insane. I remember getting cold in high school and wanting something a little bit more. And I remember hitting up Foley's, which is like a little like department store that we had here. I remember going through the jersey section and discovering hockey jerseys. Perfect for winter, perfect with a hoodie or a little t-shirt underneath. Huge hockey jersey guy. I just love one big logo in the middle. I love like the 3/4 sleeve. I love the oversized fit. There's something like inherently stylish about a hockey jersey. And we all know who the best hockey jersey brand is ever. That's CCM. If you know, you know. CCM makes the best hockey jerseys. Right here, I got a retro one where they retroed a really old school Detroit Red Wings style. CCM just got it on lock. I mean, that's all there is to it. CCM makes the best hockey jerseys. They have the most realistic fit because they make them for the actual pro leagues. This is very different than your average hockey jersey with the different neck and everything. But here's a pretty like quintessential example of a classic CCM. All right, here we have a good example of a jersey that's been played in that has blood on it. A lot of times you'll find blood on hockey jerseys. So we all know you get a nice classic CCM in with some blood on it, and that's a happy day for a vintage store owner. CCM always reps with that bang bang on the back. CCM on the sleeve too. Just like all the details. And you know it's a real one if it has a fright strap, you know what I mean? These big, thick designs. Like these heavy, centrally located designs, like hockey jerseys. Badass. All right, now we're going to my original favorite, the jerseys that got me into jerseys, baseball jerseys. We all played Little League as a kid. I wanted to be a baseball player when I was a kid. I probably should have been a football player, but I wanted to be a baseball player when I was a kid. There is one brand that takes the cake when it comes to baseball jerseys for me. That's starter. Ask Chris Cross, ask anybody, ask Spike Lee. Starter jerseys, baseball starter jerseys. That's it. Here's one from my collection, Cincinnati Reds. I love these pinstripe 1989-90 versions. This is like the quintessential starter jersey for me. This is like everything that you could ask for in a baseball jersey. MLB on the side, diamond patches, that signature starter embroidery. You know, that right there, that just tickles my fancy right there. The satin embroidery, these pinstripes, even teams that didn't have pinstripes, they have pinstripes on this series. They all have a big hit on the back. I love these. In fact, at one point, I did try to collect all of these. I think I probably have like 30 different ones. I got the shorts too. I do the top and bottom sets on these. These are my all-time favorite jerseys to collect, period, even over champion jerseys. These are the perfect baseball jersey for me. If I was gonna wear one jersey the rest of my life, it would be these pinstripe starters. All right, lastly, I'm gonna admit that I don't wear a lot of football jerseys. I probably have 2 or 3. I do love football jerseys. I think they're super cool. My favorite football jerseys ever, though, come from the OG jersey brand itself, Sandknit. 4 starter, champion, Nike, CCM. Before any of these brands, we had Sandknit. These are the first time that jerseys were made available to the general public in mass. The first time a Jordan jersey ever went straight from stadium to fan was probably a Sandknit. So this is where the jerseys start for me. If you're a real OG jersey collector, you collect Sandknit. I think Sandknit make the best football jerseys. They always have this part down pat. They always have the big fat holes, the OG style. The name's always big and thick on the back. Like, I like Sandknits in general, but Sandknit football jerseys take the cake. All right, there it is. And as a jersey collector myself, I can say that was super fun. Again, these are my favorite brands for each sport that I like to collect jersey-wise. I love jerseys in general. Trust me, I like all the same brands you like too. These are just my very, very favorite ones. And I feel like certain brands really kill it at certain sports. Those are the memories that lasted forever with me when it came to like jerseys from my childhood. So these are the type of jerseys we like to carry in my store. These are the jerseys I like to collect. It's been real. It's been fun. Love sharing my cool collections with you guys. And like and subscribe so there could be a next time I can bring out even more jerseys because I just want to buy more on eBay.